How you doing, guys? Does the Watchtower and Bible Tract Society support the Catholic teaching of purgatory? Stick around. Hey guys, hey Eric White. I just wanted to mention your last two videos for the holidays, both Thanksgiving and Christmas. They killed me. They were frigging awesome. Anyways, guys, question I asked, does Watchtower and Bible Tract Society support the Catholic teaching of purgatory? I was raised Catholic, so much like any good Catholic, I didn't know a damn thing about it. I went to a parochial school for the first 6 years of my life. Well, actually, my first school years of life. Anyways, this was back in the day when we had the old-style Notre Dame nuns that looked like penguins. They still had those long habits and the veils and that white damn thing around their head. When I first went to school, they scared the hell out of me. This is back in the day when they could still beat the tar out of you and get away with it without worrying about a lawsuit. Anyways, I always thought some of their teachings were kind of crazy. But like I said, like any good Catholic, I didn't know a damn thing about it. I mean, from Ash Wednesday, Palm Sunday, this, that, and the other thing. Sitting in a phone booth and spilling your guts to a Catholic priest was always, and I only did that once. It was always kind of crazy to me. Anyways, I always heard this thing about purgatory. It was well known that your mainstream religions taught one thing: after you die, you either go to heaven or you go to hell. Catholics' teachings had somewhat of a detour. You didn't go straight to heaven, although you did go straight to hell if you were bad. I was told that more times when I was a kid. I figured my ticket was already reserved. Anyways, always wondered about this because I actually believed it at one time, that you went to purgatory, some kind of limbo where you kind of hovered in between. Never understood the concept even when I was, well, a so-called Catholic. Anyways, I did look it up with the meaning of purgatory. This is what the Catholic website says about it. All who died in God's grace, but still imperfectly purified, are indeed assured of eternal salvation. But after death they undergo purification so as to achieve the holiness necessary to enter the joy of heaven. So apparently what the Catholics were saying is that Jesus' ransom sacrifice was kind of faulty. It wasn't enough. You had to go through this purification process in purgatory. How long? I don't know. Never could get an answer on that. But you kind of hovered there for a while until God says, okay, you're ready, get up here. Okay, it was well known that Jehovah's Witnesses don't agree with a great deal of mainstream Christianity. We all know that. As a matter of fact, on the JW website, what it has to say about the subject of purgatory in the frequently most asked questions is purgatory mentioned in the Bible? Okay, I think we all know that scriptures are twisted to say that it does, but in reality, no. Purgatory is not mentioned. The teaching of purgatory is not scriptural, but this is what jw.org has to say about it. No, it is not. The Bible does not contain the word purgatory, nor does it teach that the souls of those who've died are purified in purgatory. Okay, I don't think we're going to argue that. That's one thing that the org has right. However, by their actions and their teachings, do they still support purgatory? Okay, all of us JWs realize what they've been teaching, what happens after Armageddon. Okay, the Great War of Armageddon hits, billions of people are slaughtered. Then when the earth is cleaned up, Satan and his demons are hurled into the abyss for the 1,000-year reign of Christ to begin. Okay, are we perfect right off the bat? No. According to Jehovah's Witnesses' teaching, Jesus Christ, the reigning king, has to slowly raise us to perfection while healing us from disease and sin, and at the same time resurrecting those who have already died. But we still are not good enough to have a direct relationship with the Almighty according to their teachings. We're still sinful humans. We're still imperfect. So, does not this 1,000-year reign of Christ sound a great deal similar to the souls in purgatory? Not word for word, no. But to me, it always seems similar. Okay, we still need a mediator. We still need the Christ. According to their teachings, we can have a direct relationship with God. And after Armageddon, we've got billions of dead bodies. So it doesn't sound to me that it's going to be paradise right off the bat. This is on a spiritual sense. Okay? But let's talk about the physical. Let's talk about the here and now. I think all of us that have attended a Kingdom Hall for any length of time have dealt with those and seen those that have been disfellowshipped or been disassociated. And when they apply for reinstatement, okay, we all know what they have to go through. Okay, now depending on the elders, they could be jumping through hoops for some time. I think some of us have seen Dutchman Lager's videos and what he went through. The elders had him up against the wall for, I believe it was like 7 or 8 years before they would even consider letting him back in. Okay. Depending on the elders, it could be 6 months, a year, maybe 2. I guess the minimal time now is a year. But does that also sound Christian-like? And is that scriptural? You have to prove yourself worthy to come back in. We all remember the account that I believe it was Luke 10:27. Where Jesus saved the woman from the stoning. Okay. When he repelled the Pharisees from stoning her, he simply forgave her and said, sin no more. And she went on her way. She didn't have to jump through hoops for Jesus. She was simply forgiven on the spot. Yet, if you're one of Jehovah's Witnesses, applying for reinstatement can be a humiliating experience. I can imagine what I would have to go through considering these videos that I'm doing if I ever did apply for reinstatement. They would have me jumping through hoops for probably a decade if I ever would even be reinstated. Not happening. But we've all seen the humiliating process of them sitting in the back of the hall, coming in quietly, not saying a word, and leaving quietly. When you consider you're going into a hall of, say, at one time was, say, 80 to 100 people. Now it's like maybe a 20 or 30 people, so it's not so bad. When every eye is on you, he's disfellowshipped, and you know everybody's looking. Okay, it's all about the control factor. It's all about the humiliation. And basically, depending on the elder, it can be quite abusive. Personally, I thought it was always it was BS. Now, Jesus Christ and the Almighty forgive and forget. Okay, if you're truly repentant, they forgive and forget on the spot. There's no jumping through hoops. So where do these sons of bitches get their authority? And no, they don't get their authority from the Almighty. They don't get their authority from their false god Jehovah. They get their authority from a controlling corporation. Is what they get their authority from. So, being reinstated, like I said, it all depends on who the person is, how tight you were with the elders, but it is pure BS. Anyways, guys, that's just something I wanted to mention. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that, and if you come across this video, hit the subscribe button. Guys, I want to thank my subscribers for supporting me. I've got a lot more to say. I'm a little bit long-winded at times. But thanks again, guys. I'll be talking to you soon.